So we'll have two sessions, until 6:30 or so. I asked Lydie to tell us about what quality is in the world of music, and then we'll have at 7:30 a concert.
Let's talk about my procedures. How do they look like? Like this one, you know, it's a manuscript by Jean-Sébastien Bach, which was handwritten by his own hand, dated back to 1724. God, we all love you, it means the title means that. So maybe it looks like Chinese to you, but actually it is not. It is very mathematical, and by the end of the session, I can make you great musical procedure readers. The stave is like a staircase, you know, you have several steps. On the high part of the stave, you have the high frequency note. And on the left part of the keyboard, this is the lowest key note. In your day-to-day job, that is, we're coming back to you, are your procedures like Bach's music?
Your music is extremely detailed. It guides you, it tells you exactly how long you need to hold a note for, whereas generally our procedures are not so detailed in some cases.
But it's not true with all kinds of music. Okay, there are types of music which give room to something, and we have to say the word, which is
Interpretation?
interpretation, exactly. Interpretation. With music, we're faced with the same problems. It gives room to the new notions such as initiative, adaptation, creativity, commitment, choice. Romantic composers, they're totally crazy. They live in a world which does not exist. They live in a world where you have ghosts, dwarves, elves, unicorns, and even worse, when you have love, bitterness, hope, joy. You can imagine that the score is full of perhaps and maybes. Well, my big problem is that I have small hands. Yeah, very small hands. So why on earth, between all the instruments that man had created, didn't I choose, I don't know, clarinet or piccolo or even being conductor? I mean, the baton is very well fitted for my hands. No, I was drawn to the piano, and I can barely reach what we call an octave, which is the basis of most of chords which you need to play, and I struggle to reach it. So this is really a big handicap. Sometimes I get depressed. I said, okay, I don't have the resource. How do I do? Give up? No, never give up. I compensate my small hands with quickness. Do you want an example of this? The bass and the middle voice has to be played with one hand. The problem is that I cannot reach the 10. Well, I can, I can't. So I could play with both hands, no problem. But then what am I going to do? Play with my nose? No. So I compensate this way. And who say, I have no budget, I have no resource, I have no people, I have no time, you send them to me and I'll show them my small hands, okay? So I'm going to tell you what my own vision of interpretation is to make good quality music. First of all, I like to tell stories. So you need to know what you want to say, what message you want to deliver, what story you want to tell, and what journey you want to take the audience on, from the beginning to the end. So I think I've achieved my mission if I have managed to captivate the audience from the beginning to the end. This is for me the best criteria. How do you make the author's thought understandable to the audience? How do you channel the spirit? How do you deliver the message of the author? I have to play this on that night, that on that night. I have to play various composers, various music. I have to play tens of hours of music. And I would need to focus on one bar during 2 weeks or 2 months, but I can't. So I'm never satisfied with what I do. I'm never satisfied with the quality I deliver, but I'm convinced. So can you imagine how nervous you get when, after thousands of hours, you present your work condensed in 60 minutes? Okay. So this raises the question to you too: how to make a good presentation? You've been working for hundreds of hours, and suddenly you have to condense it in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And qualitas means way of being. So quality describes how a who behaves. For me, this is the key element of the quality, is how do you behave. I need the others. I need the help of the others. I need to communicate with people. It's not only about making scales, playing fast. Quality is about looking after people, serving people at the moment when you need to be there, right at the moment, but also before, during the thousands of hours you've been working on unnoticed, anonymously, and try to do this with good heart. I suggest that you spend 10 minutes in 3 groups and think about it. What are the small extras that you do in your daily life and your teams do to encourage this procedure? Your ideas and your way of behaving is very important. I heard the word sacrifice also. Maybe a pianist who was called Arturo Benedetti at Michelangeli. He said that to be a pianist, you first and foremost, before anything, you need to have a great sense of sacrifice. Tomorrow I'll cross the seas. That's what you wrote to your parents, dear Frédéric Chopin. But you never made it to America. Instead of you, Julian Fontana made it. Julian Fontana, do you remember? Your dear friend from childhood.